You're tacky and I hate you.
Hello everybody, this is Haku the Gamer here. We are back with another Magic the Gathering deck tech. I know I've had a couple of these this week, but I'm trying to get the channel back on track. We're trying to get one out, well I'm trying to get one out every Friday for you guys to see what I'll be jamming at Friday Night Magic in the casual format. So today we're looking at a really sweet red-white tokens deck. It's kind of a new take on the Soul Sisters thing, but you have some additional cards that I know for a fact they're not playing in the modern format, and this just has a lot more of like the fun aspect to it. Let's get right into it. This is kind of a list me and my wife had brewed up a while back, and we're just now getting back around to getting some updates into it because it hasn't been updated in quite a while. So this is kind of like the meat of the deck. This is the sisters package, if you will. 4 Souls Attendant, 4 Soul Warden, 4 Suture Priest. Soul Attendant and Soul Warden, kind of the same thing. 1 white for a 1/1 human cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you can gain 1 life. With Soul Warden, you have to gain the life. With Soul's Attendant, you may gain the life, which is why it's just been a little bit better than Soul Warden, because there's some cards out there that if you gain life, you lose it instead, which can be real nasty to play against. It means that your Soul Wardens are immediately banned. Future Priest, 1 and a white for a 1/1 cleric. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain 1 life. And whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you may have that player lose 1 life. So again, may clauses there. The big thing is this punishes your opponent. All 3 of these cards just punish your opponent for playing creatures, and it really rewards you for playing a ton of creatures. Speaking of creatures, this is the tokens package of the deck. 4 Mob War Marshal, 4 Dragon Fodder, 4 Raise the Alarm. Mob War Marshal, 1 and a red for a 1/1 Goblin Warrior with an Echo cost. When it enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from play, put a 1/1 red Goblin creature token with it. So you essentially are paying 2 mana for 2 power, which is really good. You know, a lot of the 2 costs, actually all the 2 costs of the deck really are trying to bring that bear flavor. You know, they're trying to bring 2 power for 2 mana onto the table. Except Mob War Marshal kind of has a different side. It can trigger your sister's effects 3 times. You get the 1 body from the War Marshal, you get the token, and then when it dies, you also get another 1/1 red Goblin token. So that can be another body. Sometimes you'll pay the Echo cost just to have another block, because you sometimes just don't want to have the additional time walk yourself and not be able to get in for the extra damage. Dragon Fodder, 1 and a red for a sorcery. Put 2 1/1 red Goblin creature tokens into play. Raise the Alarm, 1 and a white for an instant speed. Put 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens on the battlefield. Again, it's just 2 power for 2 mana, which is kind of the sweet spot for the deck. It allows you to have, Raise the Alarm lets you have some surprise blockers, maybe some pseudo haste with some end of turn tricks. Dragon Fodder is just, hey, I'm here to get some damage and gain some life off your sister's effects. These are our payoff cards for playing those. Goblin Bushwhacker, 1 for a 1/1 with a kicker costing an additional red. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until the end of turn. And that causes, just that card alone, your opponent's now dealing with 2 power creatures. And if you just have a ton of creatures, sometimes your opponent just has nothing going, and you just have way too many guys get in for 6, get in for 7. Sometimes you'll just have 6 guys on the field, and all of a sudden you're hitting for 10, 12, sometimes 14. Angel of Jubilation, 1 and triple white, really heavy on the white mana costs, but we'll probably make do here. 4 mana for a 3/3 angel with flying, and other non-black creatures you control get +1/+1. Also, players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells or activate abilities. What's nice about this is it's just an anthem effect. Dudes get permanently bigger, and now your opponent goes from dealing with 1/1s to dealing with 2/2s. Maybe on your next turn you cast 1 and have Bushwhacker behind it, and then the game just closes out, because then your opponent's then having to deal with 3/2s or 4/3s, and it just gets ridiculous. Mob Justice, really spicy one. 1 and a red. It deals 1 damage to target player for each creature you control. pretty sure it's been around. It just deals damage to target player with the number of creatures you control. But again, it's just the big payoff card for playing a ton of creatures. Since most of our cards are either putting their body on the table or making sure that we just have bodies on the table. And so it's just our huge burn spell that we get to pay off. Sometimes you just swing in, second main Mob Justice, and win. Now we've got some additional removal, so we don't have a ton of it in the deck. We have 2 Disenchant, 4 Journey to Nowheres, 1 in a white for 2 mana to target artifact or enchantment on the Disenchant. 1 in a white for an enchantment. When Journey to Nowhere enters the battlefield, exile target creature. When it leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to the battlefield under control. It's just ways to deal with creatures that you can't deal with. Some first strikers, some life linkers. You really want to have the life swing in your favor at all times during the game. And so Journey to Nowhere kind of helps in that regard. Maybe you're playing against a mirror match and it works out a lot better for you. Then for our lands, we're playing 10 non-basics, 8 basics. We've got 4 Battlefield Forge, 4 Clifftop Retreat. Y'all know what these do. They're the Boros Painland and Buddy Land, respectively. Clifftop Retreat, I'm not too sure. This could turn into the Scryland from Theros. It could be better in the fact that we're not playing a whole lot of basics, or lands that are mountains or plains. So Clifftop Retreat may come in tapped most of the time. So we'll have to see, do some testing. But if anything, Clifftop Retreat is going to become the red-white Scryland out of Theros. Barbarian Ring and Nomad Stadium, y'all might not be too familiar with. They're the threshold, 2 of the threshold cycle lands out of the Odyssey block. Barbarian Ring, you can tap it to add a red to your mana pool. It deals 1 damage to you. Nomad Stadium being the white version of that, still deals 1 damage. However, Barbarian Ring, threshold, you can pay a red, tap it, sack it, and it deals 2 damage to our creature or player. So you get a shock for having 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Nomad Stadium, you can gain 4 life for 1 when you sacrifice it when Threshold's active. So, against these aggressive decks that you can see in the format, it could be really nice to be able to gain that 4 life and just have yourself a really nice buffer. It could be the difference between you winning and you losing. But I didn't want to include a whole bunch of these just because I didn't know, I don't know how reliably we can have Threshold all the time. And then just 5 plains, 3 mountains, nothing special, just, the rest of the 18 lands in the deck. But I appreciate you guys. Watch the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave me some feedback. It really helps out. And we'll see you soon. Have a good day, guys.